Marvin Tevaga graduated Lahainaluna High School in 2001. Now, 19 years later, he is back in a very different role.
My name is Officer Marvin with the Maui Police Department. I'm a school resource officer for Lahainaluna High School. This is my first year here, and previous to this, I was a school resource officer at Kaulike High School for 5 years.
In his first year at Lahainaluna High School, Officer Tevaga has established positive rapport with many of the students.
I really like him. He always walks around with a big smile, and he always asks people if they're doing okay, and he just checks up on people and makes them feel like they're appreciated.
He's a cool dude. I'll be walking by and he'll say hi to me and ask me about my day sometimes, and he's just a good person to be around.
He's a nice guy. He makes me feel like comfortable around him compared to other cops, but it's good.
For many students, a school resource officer is their first relationship with the local law enforcement. These dealings can have mixed results, and Officer Tevaga's primary goal is to have students truly understand his role.
A school resource officer, we have a threefold focus. The first thing we're a mentor within the school. The second thing is I'm a teacher. I educate our youth on things that are going on in this world. And the last thing is a law enforcement officer, which it's the utmost last thing I want to do is enforce the laws of our state here on campus. And I put them in priority. First is to be a mentor, a teacher, and then last to be a law enforcement officer.
He impacts me in a good way. I try to stay out of trouble because of him. He inspires me to stay out of trouble.
I have the coolest job in the police department. Some of my partners say, man, you must have a hard time dealing with kids. It's like, I don't deal with kids. I work with kids. When you deal with kids, you have a problem. When you work with kids, you work through their breakups. We work through their emotions. You work through their homework. You work through everything that they go through as a youth.
Each day brings a different opportunity for Officer Tevaga to have a positive impact on students. The one consistent is his daily schedule and routine, which allows him to interface the different bodies of leadership in the community to get a whole picture of what is going on with our youth.
First thing in the morning, I get to the station. I speak with the officers that worked overnight. I ask them if there's any cases that involved any of my students. Oftentimes, they do tell me that things that happen outside of the school, and to follow up with our student when they come back to school. When I get to the school, I meet with our administrators, ask them if there's anything that I need to help them out with, or I can help them out with. And then I go out and I talk to kids, and my goal every single day is to talk to every single kid on campus. Even if they don't want to say hi to me, I say hi to them. Whether it's, hey, how are you doing? Hope you're having a great day. How are you doing in school? Some kids will ask me, hey, Officer Marvin, can you jump in my TikTok real quick? And I'll say, all right, I'll jump in your TikTok. So after patrolling, lunchtime or recess will roll around. I'll walk around the campus and I'll check out the kids in the cafeteria. Some kids, the dynamics is great. The community of Lahaina is brought together in that time where our kids are interacting with one another. And so my purpose there is just to build a bridge between our students and law enforcement.
He makes me feel safe just knowing he's around, because he literally tells you, like, I'm one call away, and if you need me, I'm gonna be there for you.
Once the bell rings, 2 p.m. at the end of school, I hang out at the bottom of the parking lot, make sure our kids are driving safe, that they're not hanging out in the back of the truck, and that they are going home safely, and that they remember that when they leave this campus, they saw a police officer with a smile on their face, and when they come back tomorrow, I'll be on the campus with a smile on my face, ready to help them.
Maintaining positive relationships is at the forefront of Marvin Tevaga's daily interactions. Holding himself accountable for interjecting a positive role model into the dealings with each student also leaves him with a message for the adults of our community as well.
For us as adults, it is our responsibility. Oftentimes, our kids here, our youth here, they grew up in a world where every adult failed them. And as a teacher, as a police officer, I think it's our job to redeem that.
Building bridges between law enforcement, students, and the community enables Officer Tevaga to encourage parents in time of frustration as well.
One thing that I always share with our parents is that, don't let a problem be more important to be solved than a child to be loved.